Right, here we go. Welcome back, people. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, very special day. I'm streaming today because tomorrow is my birthday, basically. So this week we'll stream today on Wednesday instead of Thursday. I generally don't stream on October 24th because of that, because it's my birthday. So, and I have other things to do during the weekend. So we'll stream today. It'll be a rather a short stream. We won't do our usual 4 hours. Anyways, yesterday on Tuesday we spent a lot of time trying to beat the first boss of the day. Trying to beat the first boss of the day. No, the first boss of the game. Sorry, the first boss of the game. And pretty much, it definitely erected that psychological barrier that forced me to learn a lot of the gameplay mechanics, similar to what happened in Sacred 2. It definitely was a turning point of the learning curve. I spent the 4 hours of yesterday's stream exclusively trying to beat the boss, but well, yesterday I was doing some improvements to my gear after the stream, during the stream and after the stream. I did some improvements to my gear and actually learning the different, not the gameplay mechanics, but the ability skill tree mechanics, let's say. Here, let me show you. So basically, I also Googled, because these games used to come with thick um, game guides, thick physical game guides back in the day, and which explained a lot of the mechanics. The Good Old Games version does have it, but I didn't read it. I just used Google. I could have used the guide, but I just used Google. Basically, and when I go to GameFAQs, basically everyone was saying from posts from back in the day, saying that, yeah, I'm still using the same spells that I had at the beginning of the game. Yeah, pretty much. And that's what I fixed. But before we begin, since I won't be uploading yesterday's stream because it was just me doing failed attempts of this boss, hopefully today we'll be able to beat it. I still haven't tried the new build, but I hope it'll be enough. Before we do that, thanks to the 57th subscriber over at YouTube from the bottom of my heart. Deeply, deeply appreciated. Sadly, your subscription was anonymous, but anyways, I deeply thank you from the bottom of my heart. Remember, subscriptions over at YouTube can be either anonymous or public. When they are anonymous, I cannot display messages like beautiful bold messages like this one that you see there. But anyways, hope you enjoy. To the 57th follower, however you are called, this fresh bod over at YouTube. When I release it, I'm still uploading the Sacred 2 series. Right. So, people, to be blunt and brave about what I found about. During the stream yesterday, I figured out how to train some of the combat abilities, as you can see here, with endurance, ranged, and melee. Here I improved my characters. Remember, I'm a battle mage. This is my personal character, and I trained this defensive combat skill that, as you can see, it will make it'll give enemies a harder time to hit me in combat. And it's represented by that generic icon that you see there. That generic icon that you see there, it can also represent other things, but in this case it's the defensive style. And as you can see, I applied that. I got that ability for all of my characters, so they are all harder to to hit. They are much more, they are more evasive technically. It's much more difficult to land a blow on them. That's for starters. But not only that, as you can see, I have been training my battle magic. And with that, and with that, I have been able to get some new spells. And with these new spells, I hope this one is at 0. It shouldn't be at 0. At least 4 there. This one, the cost is 11. It's the same as this one. Alright. It encourages you to distribute them equally. Okay. This one is at maximum. So I also got this attribute constitution, which is responsible for preventing wounds and poisons, right? Which were the very conditions that were giving me a hard time. They can still inflict on me poison and broken limbs and being wounded. But it is true that with this attribute constitution, I hopefully will be able to prevent them from the rats and the boss from inflicting it every 2 seconds, which is basically the problem that I've been having with this boss. So I've also incorporated this spell that I learned about last time. Learned, in case you want to use the American version of the word. The magician confuses his or her party well, her combat stands and for a short period of time. We got that one. We got this one. The run speed and attack strength are reduced. So instead of this one, I should be using this one. Plum Bum Barm, Heavy Arm. So with this, hopefully, I will be able to ensure, except the changes, I will be able to ensure that, and here this one already has lightning find you at 10, so it's pretty good. The burst of flame, fastness of body, you'll need it because otherwise this character. So you can see I fixed this character that was broken. You can be a mage and use a sword, a foil, I think it was, something like that. So good. The other ones are at a pretty high level. I mean, 10. No, it's at maximum. Okay, I can. Yeah, this one definitely needs it, so it's not completely useless. So we'll go for those. 17, 21. What? It's lower. We'll go for those. And as you can see, I fixed this character. It has +2 constitution thanks to the spell that I casted on all of them. They're already buffed. They all have defensive style. Plus on top of that, they have this one. This is now a mage. I've fixed this character, and now it also can use fastness of body. So its armor will be much better. The armor, please. There we go. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 5. As you can see, it's closer to my. And I also bought some gear. Pretty much, as you can see, I've overhauled the all of my characters. Pretty much, I've overhauled them. I added more armor to Lana here. I've added more armor to Forgrim here. And yes, of course, the reason why I was surviving hits even better than them is because I had more armor, actually. I had more armor. As you can see, roughly we are all at the same level of armor. And well, hopefully this time we can beat Mother Rat's King and ensure that we can finally beat this boss and proceed with the game. Today we won't play a lot. I'll just be here for some 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, and pretty much I just want to beat this boss because I promised to you that we would beat the boss yesterday and we couldn't do it. So we'll do so today, hopefully. So the idea is that I will cast this one, and she's going to cast this one, and this one is going to reduce the stats, and this one is going to reduce the attack speed and strength. So with those, and she can also cast this Fandango of Fireflies that also makes characters even more resilient. So that's the idea. The problem is when the rat boss, Mother RATZINSKY, summons the when she summons the rats. That's the idea. To survive, we need to survive 2 waves of summoned rats. In that very moment, we'll have to stop attacking and straight up kill the mobs. If we can survive the 2 mobs waves, we can do it. Alright, we'll do this. At first, we don't need to engage. Let it come. We'll do this. I haven't beaten it off stream, in case you're wondering. The problem is when she inflicts wounds like that. That is the problem. And see, I forgot to cast my defensive spells. That's the problem. There we go. We'll go for both of those. Rulana, like that. See? No battle plan survives contact with the enemy. Old phrase, but very real. Alright, since that was to make extremely sure that Foregrime isn't affected by that, there we go. That's a successful heal. Good. A successful heal, and now we have to keep casting Lightning Find You on him. On her, sorry, on the rat. But she's Mother RATZINSKY, so. This one, the duration is, what? The duration is, I don't know what the duration is, wait. The duration for that spell is, hang on. 30 seconds. It's pretty good. 30 seconds is pretty generous. If you think about it, people. Already wounded again. Looks like that's not enough. See, this is the thing. Remember, when that hits 5 stacks, it will knock my character unconscious. It'll knock down my character unconscious, regardless of the amount of health it has. Now, recast Fandango of Fireflies. See if we can do it. Failed. Can happen. No matter. I don't have a debuff here to see. Ah, yeah, there it is. Blam Bam Barn. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. This one doesn't last a lot, the Lightning Fanya. It only lasts for 7 seconds. This one is actually 30. So let me recast that. I need to ensure this bitch doesn't have its full power. Again you failed. Again you failed, Rulana. What are you gonna do? There we go. Lightning Fanya, 10 seconds. Plum Armor, 27. Good. And Fandango Fireflies, 7. Good. Then we can go for something else. Move a sliding on. This one increases speed. We'll use it on Rulana to see if she can cast the other ones faster. Yeah, it has a lot of neat special effects, the game. once you learn that you have to use the spells. We'll go. Where's Balm of Healing? Oh, well, whatever. Go for Balm of Healing on Thorgrim. Rulana, see if you can finally heal him. Shit. There we go. But it was only one, and he has a slight gangrene as well. Let me go for that. Let's scope the attack speed. Huh? Hang on a second. Well, where's my Balm of Healing that has a higher level? It does have a higher level, right? Yeah, it's at 0. That's why I didn't heal enough. Replace this one for now. We'll use Balm of Healing there. This one in will cure the gangrene. And she's out of astral energy. So correct. That should be enough. So and you are out of energy, so just attack it. Attack it. Damn it. Come on. Poison. Cure the poison. The gangrene. Good.
Good choice.
Amazing. Amazing. Let's do it. This was a very unlucky start. I mean, unlucky. Perhaps I should have attacked with myself acting as a tank. Perhaps we can try that strategy if this one eventually fails. They still have increased constitution, right? Yes, that's a problem. That is a wipe. So you can see there. If the character is knocked down, there's nothing I can do at all. So we'll try with our. We'll try being the tank. I'll try being the tank myself. So let's try that again. Let's try that again. And you concentrate because technically I have more armor. Technically I have more armor. 5 to 24. What? Required astral energy cost 5 to 24. 5 to 24. It's kind of like that's why it can fail eventually. No, stay here. I'll engage first. And you are going to. Yeah, of course, it's not the best idea because I am the one who has to cast the spells. But well, no matter. So we'll begin with fireflies. No matter. I still have fastness of body. That should make a difference. Then go for. I know I've already done. I can cast lightning fine. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't have the effectiveness of her spell. It doesn't have the effectiveness of her spell because her level is higher, I believe. 10, and mine should be at a lower level 0. See, I more or less have an idea of what I should be doing. Go. That way, I think. There we go. You can see Fandango Fireflash, fast Valley. See 11 seconds. 7, Plumbarm. Keep going with Lightning Fanya. Anyways, it has a 4 points of astral energy cost. Slight gangrene. Shit. Slight gangrene, but still couldn't wound me. Plumbarm 9, Lightning Fanya, good. 6 seconds. Let's keep that one going on. There we go, perfect. Nicely done, Rulama. Good, perfect. There we go. You can see that it dispelled. And now we need to reactivate the debuffs. Alright, 2 wounds. It's still not. Damn it. 4. That's my cue. Let's get out of here. Failed. Shit. Let's see if we can change the target somehow. Perfect. I could change the target successfully.
Good choice.
So, the debuff is still up. Yeah, 20 seconds. More than what I need. So you'll attack there.
Listen up, everyone.
Lana, bandages for me. Otherwise, the rats are going to kill me. If well, whatever. It's already casted. You keep Forgrim alive. Here they come. We need to heal ourselves.
Let me do that.
I need to deal with the rats.
I'll take care of that. You want me to sneak?
Failed again. That's miserable.
Drink blood, my sword.
We need to kill it before it kills me. Ah, good. They almost killed it. Gladys, get over there. Good. Damn it. Shit, not even with all of that protection. They knocked me down. It's over. God damn it. Don't worry, people, don't worry. We are closer than ever. We are closer than ever. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We are closer than ever. We'll pull it off. We'll pull it off. It's just a matter of time. You. Fandango Fireflies. I will go for Heavy Arm. Plum Bombs. Heavy Arm. Perhaps I need to... No, I need to save the abilities for when the rats spawn. Come on.
Listen up, everyone. Venging Kirkham.
Good. And we are lacking Lightning Fang. Good. It's burning. Blam Bam Barn. There we go. Already 2 broken limbs. God, I mean that rat is being... is very, very lucky. That rat is very, very lucky. 4, 5. God, I mean... Ah, wait, did I... Hang on. Hang on a second. Did I reapply my talents? My skill points? Hang on. Hang on. I think I didn't save. Yeah, I didn't save. My bad. Then let's go for this one. I'm using it a lot, and it seems quite effective. And you will go for fastness of body, so you are not completely useless. There we go. Ah no, it's at max. I have even more. This one combat stats for a short period of time. Yeah, but I'll need at least 1 defense here. Or this one. The one that I'm using a lot is this one. Maybe a spell multiply. Ah, only one. Only one, and it's at maximum. This one? Maximum, exactly at 0. Oh well. Yeah, not like this will make a lot of difference. I'll run out of energy easily. No spells available, of course. But I can I should increase your constitution. No, it's at maximum. Vitality. I'll take any point I can. Vitality. There we go. We'll save this as boss save. Anyways, we'll make it out of here alive. It won't matter because I think this will be the biggest choke point of the game. Let's go.
That's me.
And then go fireflies. Plumbarm heavy arm. What are you doing? Ah, because of a spell. That wasn't very organized. No matter. Fandango fireflies failed. Well, fuck you. What? You're attacking foreground?
Sure.
Yeah, 30 seconds. It's much more generous than the others. There we go. It's taking a beating. That's something that I cannot control. Every time there's an attack or a defense, there's a dice roll. Come on. Highest level of that. Go. Fandango of fireflies. Go. 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 Muma's lightning. No. Muma's lightning on... I don't know, on Rulana. Now that seems to have helped. I think this one... Hang on. That one increases what? Speed? Attack speed, I believe. Entire to greatly increase her movement speed for a short period of time. Becomes a blur to outsiders. Yeah, but it has more damage, right? BPB. Battle... I don't know. Then I'll see what it is. Spell duration, blah 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 blah, cost, 7 AP. No, it doesn't seem to increase attack speed, like in Baldur's Gate. But I bet that once we upgrade this spell, it will include attack speed, extra attack speed.
All right.
There we go. This one. Good. Our dice rolls were a bit better this time.
Good
So let's see if we can.
Avenging Kirkham.
Go for some mighty blows there. 12 and 8. Good. I don't want to waste time applying bandages to Forgrim. There we go. Just make sure that thing... Ah, careful. I'm an idiot. I need to reduce the stats of that thing. Here they come. Just a little bit more. Now's the moment. You too. Mighty blow on the rat. Tenacious burst of flame on that one. You keep casting that one on the boss. Scatter. Go. Does she have the fastness of body? Good. You here. Obey me. Good.
Follow me.
Good. Almost 2 of them are dead at the same time. Go for mighty blow.
Listen up,
Now is the moment.
Avenging
All mighty blows. Eliminate all of them. Eliminate them. What are you doing? Good. Both of them dead at the same time. This is the performance we require. All of you, come over here. Go for that rat.
for Amazon Pride.
Lining Fania on her. The debuffs are still up. Good. Do they have the attribute Constitution up? Good. 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 Good.
Let me do that.
Good. Thing is, I ran out of. Here we go. You 3. Go for the rat. Eliminate it. No, shit, Gladys. Get out of there, Gladys. Get out of there. Get out of there. You're the only one that could potentially be killed. That rat is already almost dead.
On my way. Let's go.
Good. Amazing. Brilliant. We are getting there.
You want me to sneak?
Rana,
Let's go.
we need to reactivate the buffs. Quickly. Control that beast.
Listen up, everyone.
Rana, heal yourself. And you. There we go. No.
For Amazon Pride.
That thing's going for Rulana. No. Grab the. Attract the aggro. So, Rulana.
Follow me.
Gladys, we need. Fandango Fireflies on 4 green. It's already double debuffed. That one. Good. Are we going to make it? Yeah, 200 seconds should be more than enough. See how the defensive stance. Oh shit. Quickly, Rulana, quickly. Good. Perfect. Now apply to 4 green. Amazing. Amazing. Those are some good dice rolls. We need to improve them eventually, but are you casting Fandango Fireflies? Yeah. She has a slight gangrene, and but no matter.
Let me do that.
Come on, 4 green. Survive.
For Amazon Pride.
4, no.
Leave that to Forgrim. Let's go.
Shit.
Good choice.
No matter. Attack me.
Follow me. Tetragrammaton.
No worries. We're still in the game. Go ahead. I can take the blows in the meantime. Yeah, at the end of the day, all of your characters need to be able to take the blows. Lambarm is dissipating.
I'll try my very best.
Good. Good hit.
For Amazon Pride.
I need to reduce that. Come on. Another fail. That's unlucky. That's very, very unlucky. I would need to increase Rulana's treat wounds. It's at the maximum. I have no more points. That's critical, pretty much. Maybe there's a bit of room for improvement there, but keep going. This one's healing. I'm just taking the blows. Right now. Yes, that's the idea.
Listen up,
Good.
everyone.
Good. Apply those to her as well. No matter, time is on my side. As long as it doesn't wound me, that is.
Good choice.
We're gonna remove poison. Come on. You. Mining find you again. Good.
I'll take care of that.
Remove the gangrene because it reduces stats. Let me see what stats it reduces. Strength. It reduces strength. The gangrene, as you can see here. That means that her attacks will be useless against the rats. That's a problem. Good. There it will remove the gangrene. This will remove the gangrene. The poison. Good. We are doing perfectly. Just as I predicted. Good. Am I recovering? Recovering my astral energy. Rulana is at full strength. Good. She'll be the one responsible for dealing with the rats. Good. Nicely done. I knew that was going to happen.
I'll take care of that.
Then remove the wounds from me.
A dwarf stands by his word.
Good. He's recovering his endurance. Good. I'm just lining fine yet? No, we have to reactivate the. Careful. It's very powerful right now. This is the riskiest moment. There we go. Good. Lambarm and Lightning Fania. And now go for Fandango of Fireflies. On me. Protect me, since I'm acting as a tank. Shit. The rats. Come on, heal me, heal me. Shit, she failed. Oh damn it, Rulana. God damn it. It's not the best moment to fail something like that. It's not the best moment, come on. Just one more. Just one more. You keep. Plumbarm is at 20 seconds.
Keep behind me.
Forgreen, go over there. Kill him. Now's the moment. No, but if I stop tanking this thing... Oh, well, but I have to do it.
All right. I'll take care of that.
I need to kill the rats.
Attack.
No. You keep healing me. Well, I am at 2. I could take the risk. I could take the risk. I mean, I have to take the risk because I have to take the risk because I need to get rid of the rats. I'll have to take that risk. Go ahead.
Amazon Pride.
None of my tanks who have the highest score in strength have the gangrene that reduces strength. Only my blow will actually be reduced. But no, since I don't have a strength right now, I'll go for Thunderbolt. Better for Thunderbolt. Kill them as fast as you can.
All right.
Kill it. There we go. Shit, 4 points. I need to get out of there. That's enough. Kill the rat following me. Anyways, I have Fandango Fireflies. That should... Rulana, you're at full strength. It's more important to
Sword.
kill them.
Try my very best.
Follow me. Here we go.
No. Over there. Over there. Good. Good. That's right. Good. Well, I mean, I'm of no more use to the group at this point. If I already don't have aggro, I can go back and attack. If you have any... Rulana, it's your moment. Kill it. Kill it before they inflict gangrene on ya. We need those dead. Good.
Follow me.
Gladys lining fine on that one. And I am out of astral energy. Damn it. Just... I should just stay back. No. Attack the rat. Lining fine on that one. Come on, Rulana. You should be able to one-hit kill that thing.
Attack.
A dwarf stands by his word.
Attack the rat. Come on. What the? Don't tell me you're coming for me. I don't think so. Why isn't that rat dead? There we go. Amazing.
Sure.
I hope I recover my astral energy eventually. Well, let's do it.
Let me do that.
Gladys, get out of the... Where's the... That's... No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Cannot target the... Oh. There we go. Let's begin with that as a default.
That's me.
You. Immediately.
Borax.
I don't have mana for... 7. And I'm at 4. Shit.
All right.
I don't think so. You ain't targeting my healer. What the...
Let's go.
Good. Keep going. It's only 5 seconds. No point. 6. Good. Fandango Fireflies? 4? 5? No, keep going for lightning fine. Damn it. Here goes. Now.
I'll take care of that.
Ulana, keep healing him. Come on, Green. Just survive that. I just hope there isn't another batch of rats, huh? We've already dispatched 2. If there's a third one, I've never gotten that far.
Come on.
Leave that to Thorgrim.
Does anyone have enough endurance for an attack? Yeah, I do. But I cannot because of the gangrene. Cannot do it because of the gangrene. Just heal Green, whatever the cost. Here, keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on, heal. Yes, it worked.
Listen up, everyone.
But let's not waste time. Keep going. Keep healing preemptively. Heal him preemptively. Four. I can keep a steady flow of Plume Boom Barm.
All right.
Good. Fango Fireflies.
Borax.
Why did you interrupt the spell? No. No.
Amazon Pride.
No. That thing knocked down. Knocked him down. Oh no, you ain't attacking me. Go damn it, Green. Those were 4 points that were immediately casting. Thunderbolt? No, it may fail. It's better to use to save it for another round of Plum Barm.
I'll take care of that.
Rulana, survive, please. Whatever you do. Shit. Vitality 400. 127, that's way too much. That's a lot. I'm out of astral energy.
Follow me.
Come on. We'll ensnare it. That should do it.
That's me. Come on.
Please tell me that it doesn't have... If it has a third summoning of rats, it's over.
Listen up, everyone.
God damn it, Green. Look at that, he still had 14 vitality. Shit. Good. But it's not she's not inflicting wounds. As long as she doesn't inflict 4 stacks of wounding on Rulana, it'll be good. She still has extra constitution, 24 seconds. Alright. No, nothing, not a lot. Shit, there's a third There's a third stack of rats. There's a third summoning of rats. Shit, no, that's so brutal. No, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. There's a third one. God damn it. That's way too brutal.
I'll take care of that.
In fact, I think I'm punching way above my weight. Us.
All right.
Come on.
Let me do that.
Well, not like I cannot try. I guess I'll have to try. I don't think so. I think I don't have the resources to get rid of him this time now. Besides, not at 5 now. No, that third row of rats would have been impossible. It's impossible to deal with. There's a third. There's a third one. Yeah. Yeah. All of us have. Look at this. This one was at full vitality, and we were both at full vitality, and 5 stacks of wounded immediately. The other option, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting a third row, a third summon of rats. Maybe if we focus fire on the boss. Otherwise, this will be my last try. It's already been 47 minutes. It'll be my last try. It'll be my last try, people. It will be my last try. It will indeed be my last try.
Step by step.
Let's see if we can focus fire on that thing.
Try my very best.
Good choice. Sure.
Are you following me? Let's go. Here we go. Yes.
There you go. You understood the message.
Angroch's beard. For our
Let me do that.
No, but still, it's not enough. You can't go for a rush. You can't go for a rush like that. What to do? What to do? It has way too much health. That was a very lucky attack. A very lucky critical.
Follow me.
Come on, where's the storm? Maybe Fandango Fireflies is more effective.
I'll take care of that.
The problem is a wounding. There we go. Oh, god damn it.
That's me.
Ah, doesn't have the plan. Bam, bam. If I cannot beat it like this, it means that I need to quest a bit more. I need better armor and abilities. I don't know.
I'll take care of that.
If I could replace those simple bandages with something, Balm of Healing. When after points use this powerful spell for wounds and injuries. Critical wounds cannot. Yeah, but in my experience, Balm of Healing doesn't. It doesn't heal myself. Doesn't heal a lot of the time.
Listen up, everyone.
You failed or what? There we go. I think I healed myself. Go ahead.
That's me.
Uh-huh. Come on, get rid of them.
Avenging Kirkham.
My Angroch's beard.
Why do they change targets like that? Good. Two rats coming your way. Yeah.
Follow me.
That one.
Sure. Let's go. Straight ahead.
I think you're actually meant to kite them like this. Rana, please
Drink
grab
blood, my sword.
grab his attention, I guess. Mm. Is it under the effect of?
Come on, let's go.
No, you get out.
Yes.
No, this one. 6 seconds. Good. More than enough. More than enough. Let's see if you can grab his attention. Her attention, sorry. I forget it's a... No. This one. What about this one? What the? 3 points of being wounded?
I'll try my very best.
What are you doing, Forgrim? I told you to follow. Whatever, protect yourself. No, get out of there. Now that is an interesting animation.
I'll take care of that. All right. Yes.
Here we go.
That.
Leave that to Forgrim.
Follow me.
What are you doing? No, don't be stupid, obey me. Forgrim. Attack, come on.
That's me.
Uh-huh.
Good choice.
Rana won't last a lot without
All right.
the support spells. What are you doing, Forgrim? What are you doing? Attack the rat. God damn it. Movement in this game is certainly handled in a very, very clumsy way. Like, he should be able to attack the rat. Well, anyways, it's burning out. It's burning, but well. I ran out of astral energy, so let's go for a mighty blow there.
Straight ahead.
Come on. There we go. Let's restart then. Rulana needs to heal herself. Damn it, that stack of of wounded, it's terrible because they're at full health and they can die. Come on. It's already 23 seconds, but we still need lightning fire. That should reduce
I'll take care of that.
the attributes of the rat.
Good choice.
Come on. There we go. Now, protect foreground. Come on. There we go.
Avenging Kirk.
Come on. Where is it? There it is. Lightning Fanya plus this one will kind of like stop the insane amount of damage that thing is dealing. Now, as you heal. No, I said heal him. 10. I have 7. Yeah. It's not enough. Fandango Fireflies. Let's try that so we can increase his evasion. Already knocked down. See the problem, people. 5 stacks of being wounded and a character with 41 points of hit points gets immediately killed. It's absolutely unfair as look at that. She's still. God damn it. It's absolutely unfair because what's the point of having a health bar if you can be killed by that state? Maybe if I could have a... Maybe if I distribute the... Yeah, maybe I should distribute the treat wounds. Talent. I don't know. Maybe like that the character can try to heal himself. I don't know. Right, let's try once more. God, I mean, and I got all of the abilities. I'm beginning to think that this modded version that makes the artificial intelligence a bit better, because otherwise the game is way too easy, can negatively affect this. That's the problem. Let me switch them to aggressive mode, except for you. You stay at defensive. You'll go for lightning fine, yeah. Instead of foreground, let's try Rulana being the main tank. What about you, Rulana? It's counterintuitive because she's the main healer, but well, I mean the main healer. Let's go.
For Amazon Pride.
We'll try the other one. Fandango Fireflies. She cannot take it.
A dwarf stands by his word.
She cannot fucking take it. Let's see. Try to heal her. Let's see. Two people trying to heal her. Ah, look at that. The Fandango Fireflies does have an interesting effect. It forces. It kind of like makes the boss change target somehow. It makes it change target somehow.
Let me do that.
3 seconds. We need to refresh that.
Listen up, everyone.
Looks like it's not enough. Failed, of course. think Fandango Fireflies is a bit more effective, huh? I think it's a bit more effective.
I'll take care of that.
There we go. No. Heal yourself. Stupid wounding.
Follow me. Good choice.
Yep, Fandango Fireflies is definitely more effective. And it has it basically has the same cost. Failed. Get out of there. Get out of there. Stupid wounding. There we go. Quickly. Change. Simple bandages on me. Do it. Protect Foregreen. Are you protecting Foregreen?
Attack.
No, don't attack. You heal me, and I reduce the stats of the motherfucker. That's how it works. There, I missed a turn. Good. Another one. Good.
Let me do that.
Heal your poison, otherwise you won't have the strength required to deal with that. He's not being wounded, that's a good sign.
I'll take care of that.
Good. Go ahead. Go ahead, come on. Let me see. Yep. Fandango Fireflies is more effective. Come on, heal my wounds once and for all. Damn it.
Let me do that.
God, I mean, when I see that failed there, I just want to. I just want to punch my monitor, basically.
Follow me. Good choice.
Come on, heal me. Once and for all, heal me. Yeah. Where did those 2 wounds come from? Where did they come from? Has to be a joke. This one is still under the effects of Gloom Bomb, Fandango Fireflies. Oh shit. I don't think so. I don't think so. We need Foregreen. Can you kill them? God damn it.
Sure. You want me to sneak?
See, this is why.
Yes.
One dead. 4 points. Careful. Shit. Well, enough. Enough. I've already wasted a whole hour of this. I've already wasted a whole hour of this. trying to do this. Clearly, this boss, until I don't have an area of effect attack that can kill the rats, I don't know. It's absolutely impossible as we are right now. Alright, we'll leave it for later then. We'll leave it for later. No matter. It's incredible that how I could breeze through the rest of the game without any kind of issue, but this boss is basically unkillable. We've already spent 4 hours yesterday and 1 hour today, and I'm using all of the spells available at my current level, so we're clearly not meant to do it right now. So we'll progress a bit with the rest of the quests and then come back to it. Remember, people, today I won't stream a lot. We'll just do 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. We'll do a rather small stream. So we'll push on with the story, and then we can do one last try by the end of the stream, something like that. Take me back to the exit and your brother. I finished the quest. I finished offline the quest about picking the correct dwarf that we did yesterday. I finished it
I'll wait for you.
off stream because we had done it, and then I had to resave, and we lost the progress there. And I finished the puzzle, if you remember, of pushing the levers. So we are done with they were kind of like insignificant side quests. So let's get on with the main story. See if that gives us a bit of experience to see if we can then come back and kill this rat. So we have Salina. You'll see that the rest of the quests, as I am now, will be able to breeze through them because I've updated all of my spells, all of my gear, all of my combat abilities. It's just that rat and that specific debuff of being wounded that at 5 stacks it kills you even if you're at full health. It's kind of like very, very unfair in that sense, but well, it's part of the rules. I'll only prove to well, let's go with Drainor's Innocence. Let's go with that one, people. Remember, Draenor is basically the fiancé of Queen Selena, and we have to save him from jail and everything. So I'm going to sound that merchant out a bit. I believe it was this one. I believe it's this one. Because he's right outside of a prison. I mean, it's right outside of a prison. Like, could it be this one?
Have you got the order sheet?
No, not yet. Ah, no, this one is the one about the... This one is the one about the main quest. Okay. How do I free him? Let's see. We'll breeze through the rest of... We'll beat the rest of the enemies so incredibly easy. Give me a second. We'll kill the rest of the enemies so easily that you'll see how much of a difference. You'll see how unfair that fucking rat is. It'll be a stark contrast, that's for sure. That'll be a stark contrast. But well. Fluffy the dancing bear, no. Then it's at the harbor or what? Hang on. Release Draenor from the cells. Can you believe the Summer Goat won't come with me? I even had to endure some brutal Babador, the lips of a thief. But alright, I'll try to find him another way to escape. For something sake, I'll only be able to prove Draenor's innocence if I can track down the merchant who had his stall near the Parain Temple on the main square. Uh-huh. Draenor is supposed to have stolen a dwarven chronograph from him. Supposed to have. Whether there's anything other than... Alright, around what square was it? Sorry. Main square. Parain Temple. Isn't it this one? The other one is Praios Temple. Who is the merchant that you were supposed to rob? This one? This one? This one? No? No? The merchant?
Ferdok Pale Ale?
No? Hang on a second, wait. Name? Temple of Praios. Temple of Hesin, the Festival Square. It's this one, right? Where's the merchant? You? No? We'll see. Pretty much. The merchant that you were supposed to rob, that he was supposed to rob, or what? The merchant that he was supposed to rob, what on earth? What on earth? Praios Square. Which one was it? So near Parain Temple on the main. It is the main square. What are you? Or maybe he means the Ducal Citadel. Main square. This game is terrible at directions. Main square. Main square. Let's see. Let's see. That stupid boss. I'm still mad about it. I am not used to this is kind of like a very brutal difficulty spike. Like 3 rounds of rats, it's kind of like ensuring that the player has the correct amount of damage. No matter. As long as my fear is that the quest will be closed, but I don't think so. That was my fear, but considering seeing how powerful that thing is, it is very clear that we are not meant to go up against it right now. And I got a fully upgraded character, huh? Fully upgraded. This is the main square? No, it's gate maybe, because the other one is Praios Square. This game should make its mind up. Either call it Praios Square or Main Square, whatever. But pick one, at least. Alright. We'll delay the analysis, people, until I can kill that rat. Because up until then, I don't have a basic understanding of... I cannot prove to you that I have a basic understanding of the gameplay mechanics. So, yeah, pretty much. Once we've learned that, we'll get to the... Well, they wouldn't be mid-game gameplay mechanics, but at least I would have a minimal idea as to what I should be doing to have the highest... I think I was at the highest degree of efficiency possible in combat. I think just my level was too low, but well. That one? Merchant Harpel. 1 berry. What the? Those are crafting stuff. Crafting material. Harvesting material. Is it that one? The one that he was supposed to rob? Or what? No, I think that was another quest. No, yeah. Main market. There we go. Why call it main market and call it in the quest main square? What? Just to confuse the player without any kind of purpose? Has to be that one. I mean, I never been to this part of... Yep, I never been to this part of town. Ferdok. I remember that in one of the reviews, um, one guy complained about how slow the movement speed of the characters was.
Good day. What can I tempt you?
And that might be the case. This one.
Welcome. Just look around.
This one.
I have the best wares and the biggest selection in all of Ferdok at prices to delight your purse.
How can that be? Believe me. As I said, I'm not using your words. I'm here because of your statement to the town guard, the one about the theft of a valuable dwarven chronograph. There we go. Is this one? You claim that Draenor stole it? Draenor? Ah, you mean that rakish scoundrel of a thief? All right, he kind of like reported him to the authorities, and we have to set him free from jail, but he wouldn't accept a jailbreak, like from prison, but he wouldn't accept a jailbreak. He wants us to restore his honor, even if he's in the guild of thieves. First he flirted with my daughter to distract my attention, and then he pilfered it from out of my pocket. Are you sure it was Draenor? He says he's not guilty and it's all a matter of mistaken identity. Rubbish, a rogue like that would say anything to save his skin. Could I ask you a few more questions? Well, right, so as long as it doesn't take long. Were there any witnesses to the theft? To the theft? Witnesses? Of course, there was, me, for example. As someone who saw the theft. Oh yes, of course, my pretty daughter Viola here was here too. She was working here. Ask you a few more questions. What happened to the chronograph afterwards? Was it found? The chronograph, yes. What happened to it again? Let me think. I've been the scoundrel. So you didn't notice the loss of the chronograph immediately. Notice? What happened again? I think I only noticed a few moments later. When I wanted to check the time, I realized immediately what had happened. Then sorry, where was I? What? That's all for now. Thank you.
Good day. What can I tempt
Could I ask you something about the theft of your father's chronograph? Ah, yes, I remember it very well. Father made a big fuss about it, about his missing chronograph. Your father said you spoke to the thief before it happened? Oh yes, he was very charming and good looking, with a nice soft voice, poetic words. Have you more questions if you don't mind? Sure. Kind of leading to the theft? You witnessed the theft. Well, not really, you didn't really see it. Well, I didn't really see anything. I just saw my father getting upset of his car stolen. The father said there were no other people at this stall at the time of the theft. Is that true? I remember that day a bit differently than my father. He was very busy. There was lots of customers and had a lot to do. The stolen chronograph was never found. Was it? Never found? I don't understand. A few weeks later, he gave the chronograph to a relative as a gift. Found it on the thief. That's not
Is there anything else?
a very strong position, a very sound position. What now?
Is there
Nothing
anything
else. No more leads. I'll only be able to prevent I can track down the merchant who got his stall near the brain. Just on the merchant on that beat. It seems as if we are not done yet here.
Is there anything else?
A few questions.
Is there anything else?
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit confused. Your version and your father's version couldn't be more different. How can that be? Father, what did you say happened? What do you mean, Viola? The theft of the chronograph? Of your chronograph? Just what happened? Draenor! He seems kind of like high. He drank a lot of alcohol, something like that. Exactly. Draenor flew with you to distract me, and then he stole the ground. A few minutes later, he absconding with my golden timekeeper. That's right. Now, it seems he's behind bars, but I still don't have my. Talking about, he wasn't called Draenor, he was called Randor. And you got the chronograph back a few weeks later. You gave it to Uncle Roland, remember? Of course, I gave it later to my brother Roland, but he wasn't called Draenor. Let me think. Father, is it impossible you left the chronograph at home and you didn't even have it on you that day? Well, my dear, now you mention it, yes, I think that might be true. I don't remember so well. But you didn't drop your charge against Draenor with the town guard when you found your chronograph again? I must have forgotten all the kid. Father, an innocent man is behind bars because of you. Yes or no? Wait, I'll write a quick letter to clear it all. There, done. Now for my seal. Please give these to the town guard. That should get your friend released. This is unbelievable. Give me that letter. You should be more careful next time when you accuse someone. God damn it. That was brutal. There was a case. I remember there was a case here in which a person also in Argentina where a person spent 15 years in prison uh, because she was kind of like found at the scene of the crime of her husband, and no one could ever prove that that a lot of that the thieves, that the real murderers entered and left the home, and because of that it was 15 years until the judge realized the motherfucker the degenerate realized that he was wrong. He should have gone to jail in her place. I trust. I believe would have been a fair solution. I'm here because of Draenor. He has been wrongfully arrested. I have a letter here from the merchant, Wulfric Harpel, explaining the misunderstanding. Draenor innocent, let me see. Aha, right, I see. So, what? How could that pompous fop of a merchant do something like this? Unbelievable. Accuse someone just because they have a similar name, all because the fine gentleman misplaced his timekeeper. I remember all too well how fierce he was when he cried to me about his precious dwarven chronograph. He even threatened to take the matter to the court if I didn't do something. Imagine that arrogant fool. He'd better not come to me with tales like that again. Sorry for the episode. What about Draenor? Can he go now? What? Oh, sorry. Things like this just make me so angry. Thrown in jail because of someone else's stupidity. Terrible. Ruben, release Draenor and bring him here. Yes, please don't make me go for him. I feel bad for Draenor. This will be disagreeable. He'll be here with Ruben at any moment. The prisoner Draenor, as you order. Finally. Draenor, thanks to Eraser, you are now a free man. Your innocence in the matter has been demonstrated. You are free to go. Please forgive the mistake. It won't happen again. Well, it wasn't entirely my doing. This thing probably wouldn't have been cleared up if it weren't for Salina. Salina, she's in Ferdok, and she's been working to free me. That's wonderful. Of course, yes. You also owe her your gratitude for clearing the matter up. Please accept my apologies again for the misunderstanding. Please don't try to claim the city walls again. Fine, I never blamed you for this. That merchant is the one I blame as far as climbing walls. As far as climbing the walls, I bow to mend my ways. But excuse me, so we should go. Wait for me at Ferdok Residence. It's directly opposite to Praeus Square, opposite to the temple. A residence? By fact, you already have a residence at Praeus Square? Yeah. Well, the circumstances in which I obtained it are not exactly pleasant. Count Growing gave it to me for my help in solving the murders. It belonged to my friend and mentor Ardo of Borsok. He was a victim of those murders. Oh dear, I always put my foot in. Please forgive me. Well, in that case, you'll find me there. Thank you again for the help. Alright. No, please, let's not recruit this guy because he's another rogue. I don't need another rogue in my party. This place is full of rogues. I need a a good tank or a warrior, or I don't know, a mage, a decent battle mage or something like that. Decent battle mage or something like that, I don't know.
It's not.
Alright, that is solved. I think I never explored this part of town. The VRX. The other day was playing Age of Empires 3, now that the game is mentioning the VRX. Gibarla informs Salina. I should let Salina know that Draenor is a free man. Ah, we are not done yet. We have to report back to Salina. Okay, let's report back to Salina. The other day I was playing Age of Empires 3, and I'll never understand why Age of Empires 2 is kind of like so incredibly famous as to be the main RTS right now. Beating StarCraft 2, which that was the king for a lot of years. Now I would say it's Age of Empires 2 back again. I will never be able to understand why Age of Empires 3 wasn't as popular, because both systems are incredibly different and effective. Like Age of Empires 3 has so many combinations and people always remember Age of Empires 2 pretty much. But in terms of gameplay mechanics, Age of Empires 3, it's as good as Age of Empires 2. Like, they are different, but they both perfectly execute the gameplay mechanics of what they set out to do, basically. Because, you know, it's meant to be kind of like bayonet combat, similar to Napoleon Total War and Empire Total War, basically, Age of Empires 3, in that sense. So I'll never understand why it's so incredibly unpopular compared to Age of Empires 2 when they follow similar rules. They follow similar rules, like not the exact same, because they have different combinations of the classic rock paper scissors system. Where's Helena? I wouldn't count on it if I were you, but I'm here for another reason. Can you tell me where Salina is? She's traveling and has to take care of a few things before the celebration begins. And something else, please tell Salina that Draenor is a free man once again. What? By all the cursed? But sure. Okay, that's it. Closed. Give me my XP. Yeah, it gave me my XP. 100. Probably proceed. There you have the triplets that I did the quest off stream, and I also did last time. I solved the quest. I still haven't figured out how to deal with the bear, with Fluffy the dancing bear. The Bolton card trick: find the thief. This may turn out to be a miserable search. This moor is huge within you. Ah no, this is because of moor breach investigation of the film. This one, investigation, the plague of rats. Well, we know that one. This one I need to learn a spell or some shit to deal with it. I have an idea. I have an idea of what I'm going to invest my points on. I'll give this guy treat wounds. It doesn't cost a lot, and if I can remove the probability of being wounded, if I can remove the probability of being wounded, the probability of failing treat wounds and thus eliminating being wounded. If I can do that, that's a 7 and she's at 8. Let's increase that so she doesn't fail fucking ever again. It has proven to be the most effective, one of the most effective things to have on you. Constitution prevents it, but as you can see, it's not perfect in that sense. Right, so we'll go for that. I'll increase this one once we get some more experience. And as for me, I will increase my astrology so I don't run out of it. Yeah, basically that's the point. Yeah, 70 points it costs. That's a lot. That's a lot. In the case of me and Gladys, we are mages, so we'll... let me guess, it defaulted to the other quest. For that we need a spell. Here, I'll show you where I got the spells last time, so in case you play the game, you are not as lost as I was yesterday. Here, Magistra Elsmine, whatever. She is the one, but instead of choosing option 2, sell me magical equipment, you have to choose this one. What can you teach me? And here you have all of the spells. In order to get the spells, you need leveling points. Don't confuse leveling points with experience points. Experience points are kind of like not an in-game currency. They don't have any use. They don't have any purpose. They are just there to kind of like measure your experience as an adventurer in the game. Basically, just that. But here's where I learned the spells. And you could see it last time that over here at the barracks you can get the combat abilities. Like, that's how I got defensive combat, mighty blow, endurance here. I should probably purchase these ones for my mages. Let me go for that one. With O you can eliminate different UI elements. I like to have them all on right now. Alright, to finish the Fluffy the Dancing Bear quest, we need a spell that I still don't know where to get. So we'll go for the other quest. We'll go for infiltrating the two guilds, the two brewing guilds or whatever, the two merchants here at this guy, so you don't waste a lot of time. Here you can see it. You can learn proficiencies with different weapons, but the idea is that you can also learn combat abilities, as you can see here. Of course, I'm a battle mage. I need to get a bit more of a strength and agility before I can get them, but it's not my problem because I'm basically, as I've said, I'm a battle mage. I care about casting spells more than that. But here you can see that I purchased all of these yesterday for Forgrim, for example. For example, this one, I don't have enough experience points, and I need offensive combat 1, for example. It's kind of like part of a skill tree. Like, I'll need this one first, and then I can get the other one. I got defensive combat because I want them to act like tanks for now. That's the idea. Because you could see that I couldn't beat that spider. I couldn't even beat that spider with both of them acting as tanks. So, yeah. Alright, we have to infiltrate the guys. For that, the initial contact with the Ferdok-based trading companies has been made. We need to infiltrate them in the name of the city council, and with that, basically, we have to infiltrate them and destroy them from within to eliminate the conspiracy that has been plaguing the city with some murders that we've done in previous parts of the series. I promise I'll upload them to YouTube, the series eventually, so you have the full context. But for now, basically we'll have to do a brief summary. So I picked up an order to the Trudan and the Store brands. The ceremony, luckily for me, currently indisposed, so I can. All right, let's do that. Let's do the errand, the incognito errand for the guilds there, and with that we'll ensure that we can get the experience points required to then beat the RATZINSKY boss that I failed so miserably yesterday and today. But no, clearly we're not meant to beat it now, because you could see it. I used up all of my abilities and spells, and not even with all of that at my disposal, I could beat the third. I was close though. But yeah, basically I couldn't beat that. And there you can see what I talked about in the first part of the series, people. I mean, the first part in stream number 1, 2, and 3, basically. The huge division, between the classic RPG genre and the isometric action RPG genre, basically. The abstract complexity of the classic RPG genre. We're talking about Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights. I think it was this guy, right, that I had to talk to.
You got the order sheet?
No, not yet. Well, cooking otherwise, I will lose Innkeeper Brumor as a customer. Okay, so I need to do exactly what? I'm supposed to pick up an order from the landlord, Tradan, for the store brands. The servant who is actually supposed to do this errand, luckily for me, currently got in this boat. I can understand that, though, the way they treat him there, no one could enjoy working there. So I have to find the landlord Tradan, basically. There you can see in the impossibility of beating the Ratskin boss fight, even with all of the spells that I have at my disposal and my experience that I've gathered up until now, you can see that. Let's find him. Huh? I think it has to be. We're over here. No, but we have to find the tavern then. Otherwise, no, 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 not here. It must be at the tavern. At the, what was it? The Storebrand warehouse. The fleet-footed ferret. I think it was that one. So there you can see the incredible difference between the isometric action RPG genre, things like Diablo, Titan Quest, Torchlight. You can see that the objective abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics is much higher in the classic RPG genre. I'm not saying that the isometric action RPG genre doesn't have difficulty at all. Torment difficulty in Diablo 3 or Hell difficulty or Nightmare difficulty in Diablo 2, it also has difficulty. It also is quite challenging. The thing is that on average, the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics is higher in classic RPG games like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, Knights of the Old Republic, or Dragon Age Origins, for example. So in that sense, the fact that the game is right now erecting a psychological barrier that it's a wall that you could see that I spent 4 hours yesterday and 1 hour today, and I can't get through it. You see that it's not that simple. That flow, that pacing of the level design, you would never find it in an isometric action RPG game. For example, that's why I always mention that it's so important, the genre classification. I've been swindled, this fellow came here, now he's nowhere to be found. I got bothered with the time for him. What about you? For him? I can try, well, tell me how many on his face. Alright, this is another. Tradan knows more. Good. Tradan, that's the one that we are looking for, people. That's the one that we are looking for. Tradan. Alright, good. This side quest will lead us to the objective. Who's Tradan? The side quest will lead us to the objective of the other quest. Tradan. Where's Tradan? Oh well, anyways, this quest will lead us to him. Quite interesting. See that it also has a social aspect. For example, classic RPG games have a social aspect that isometric action RPGs don't have. But focus on the level design, people. Please focus for a second on the level design. See how different the level design is. This game erected a wall, a psychological wall, that I'm having a hard time, even if as an experienced RPG player, to get through it. And you must be thinking, is that positive or negative then at the end of the day? Because you are stuck, pretty much. I'm actually not stuck, because that RATZINSKY boss is not part of the main quest. But this one, landlord of Fleet Forever wants to have the other sentence of Dine. Well, I need to find this guy for both quests now. Question is where is he? I need to find this guy for both quests now. See that there's a sensation, a feeling of realism, of being lost in classic RPG games that you usually don't have in asymmetric action RPG games, for example. They are more slow paced, and it's a pacing, it's a level design that is fundamentally different. It has its moments of combat, of intense combat, like the RATZINSKY boss, but it also has its moments like this, pretty much. And the difference is, as I always say, objective. It's an objective difference. It's a metaphysically objective difference. It doesn't have to do with our mental perception of it. Is it better? Is it worse? Well, certainly the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics is, as I've said, objectively higher in classic RPG games. You can see how lost one can be, for example. Where is that guy? They don't give me info where he is. Collect information on the silver picture. I can probably collect more information on the dine and dash at the silver picture press square. As the man has also been seen there. It's this one, right? The landlord of life wants to have the incentives when tissue collected. Yeah, it's this one. So he's quite evasive. Price square. Alright, let's do it. So you can see that it's fundamentally different. Now the big question that I would like to pose in this genre regarding the importance of the genre classification is that yes, on average, objectively, classic RPG games have a higher abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics. And as I always mention, that's always a positive aspect of the gameplay mechanics. Why? Because the second you increase the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics, that immediately enhances replayability. And the second you enhance replayability, it's like a domino effect. You enhance the psychological sense of progression on the player's mind. See that it's objective, that it doesn't have to do with my mental perception of the gameplay mechanics. In Diablo 3, you progress extremely fast, but the first playthrough, for example, on the easiest difficulty, can feel, and will most probably feel, much more meaningless than the first playthrough of this game. Why? Because the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics and the level design, it forces the player to put in more effort, more mental effort to overcome the barriers like the RATZINSKY boss and finding the stuff and everything. And finding how to complete the quests or spend points on charisma, for example. That's another aspect, part of a social aspect that this doesn't tell me where he is. I should ask around or what? Where's the Inquisition when you need it? In Sacred 2. Maybe if I go to the here, the silver picture at the tavern here. Maybe they've seen him. The second we find this NPC, we'll have both quests basically intertwined in their completion, pretty much. Have you seen him? There you are. He was the owner of the tavern. Now I feel stupid. Thank you. Now I feel stupid. He was and I've been here. Welcome. Yeah, I've been here. I think 2 weeks ago. There we go. I'm looking for a fellow called Regash. I'm here to pay the 4 farthings that Forgrim owns. I'm from the Stober trading. Yeah, there you can see it. These 3 options are part of the 3 quests that we have to complete. Okay. Let's begin with the Stober trading company. Let's see. I'm here to take their order sheet. Good. Oh, so you're the new messenger. You took your time, didn't you? I was just about to start looking for another business partner. Here, take the sheet and hurry. I'm running out of beer. I'll go right away. Okay, no, complete the other quests. See, at the end of the day, I was quite efficient. I'm completing 3 quests at the same time. I'm looking for a fella called Regash. Do you know him? Regash the dwarf, I just saw him. You must have just missed each other. Red beard, well dressed, wears a hat with a feather. Okay. He owes innkeeper Pebblebash quite a lot of money. A lot of money. Ah, a bill dodger. He had quite a few meals and drinks chalked up with me too. He's in for it the next time he turns up here. So a red bird and a hat with a feather. I'll need to remember this. We'll need to remember these people. Red bird and a hat with a feather. That's right. That's what he was wearing when he was here. Yeah, it's not a very good. It's not a very good alibi of how to find him. A very good clue on how to find him. He can't have gotten far. I can probably still catch him if I hurry. Thank you. And welcome to the. I'm here to pay the 4 farthings that Forgrim still owes. Ah, son of Aerolax always pays what he owes. If he pays himself and not friendly razor. Silence malicious hussy. At least I don't rob for my living. I work for my money because she's a rogue. That's the pun. For those of you who missed the previous stream where we recruited her, that's the idea. That's fine. I'm just glad his debts are paid. Would you like anything else? Not right now. Thank you. Good day to Nipper Bruno. Okay. Good. As I was mentioning to you people, going back to the metaphysical analysis, the idea, as I always say, is that we put the focus of the analysis of the review not on our subjective mental perception of metaphysical entities, in this case the game, but on the specific combination of molecules and particles that is the game. Quite interesting, people. And in this case, as I was mentioning precisely, hey, weren't you... You know, they're just using repeated models. No, forget me. There we have it, the objectives. Let's go one by one. We have to ask around for the dwarf that got away. The idea, it's always, as I always mention, to put the focus on the specific combination of molecules and particles that is the game, to reach an objective conclusion. If you put the focus on your mental perception, then there will always be a difference between it and an objective metaphysical reality that will be bigger than if you put the focus of the analysis on the object, on the metaphysical entity. That is the idea, and why I criticized professional game reviewers so much, IGN or Kotaku or whatever, because they usually will tell, oh, that sounds good, but no. Hey, I will. This guy. It has to be this guy. Feather, red bird. There we go. Are you Regash? So, you scoundrel, no more bill dodging for you. It's payday. Well, I love the options. See, for example, this is another element of abstract complexity. That, as I said, is objective. In this department, at least, the game has objectively more abstract complexity than Diablo or Titan Quest. Those two might have more abstract complexity on other departments, on other categories of my analysis or any analysis that anyone makes. But basically that's the idea, to objectively find which elements have more abstract complexity on the classic RPG genre and the isometric action RPG genre. And then inside of them, establish objective comparisons. That is the problem, people. I'll tell you a story, very interesting, that you'll find quite interesting, that I remembered, because I never give you the context of the metaphysical methodology. So you can no more bitch dodging for you. It's payday. What? How dare you? Keep your outrageous slanders to yourself. Don't lie to me, Regash. I saw you come out of Silver Patches. So what? I'm sure I'm not the only one. No more games. Innkeeper Pebblebash send me. He wants his money. Not so loud. Pay up then. Can we, come to some other arrangement? 3 silver thalers and you forget you even saw me? I'm sure stingy old Pebblebash isn't paying you that much. Bill dodging and now bribery. This gets better and better. Why don't I go get the town guard? You're quite right, the business has already cost me more than I would like, Mr. Solid. Haggle Gladys. I think it for about 3 to... No, no. No, please. This is even worse. No. No more bill dodging and bribery. No. I hate swindlers. I hate swindlers. That's a terrible crime to commit, people. That's a terrible crime to commit. I want you to get to give me a second. Give me a second. We finished the dialogue. No. There's no taking that far. I'll go straight to the first one. Human nature. He's hiding something. There's something else going on here. See, for example, the abstract complexity of the dialogue system of this game or Mass Effect, it's objectively higher than the isometric action RPG genre because it doesn't have this system implemented, for example. But the key here is that it's objective. It's metaphysically objective. It doesn't have to do with my mental perception of it. Because someone could say, this is pretty common nowadays, someone could say, well, but I think Diablo 3 has a more complex dialogue system than this game. And that's my opinion, and that's it. Right? I bet it must have happened to you. A mental perception that is far away from metaphysical reality, from describing metaphysical reality, and the person is convinced that it's a valid option. As I always say, people, there are no stupid opinions in life. There are opinions that are closer or far away from metaphysical reality. In that case, stating that the isometric action RPG is more complex in the dialogue element, in having a dialogue system implemented to it, for example, is objectively false. It doesn't have to do with my mental perception of it. I'll tell you a story because I always tell you this methodology and everything, but I never tell you the historical context. That is quite interesting. Yes, you're right. I'm not doing it for the money. It's just, well, I live another life as a respectable citizen of the look of my rules and ethics. Then one day I decided to mix with the simpler people of the town. Under a false name, of course, I kept the boredom of real life. I'm drawing. You will expect me to believe that. By inner dream, it's the truth. If I behaved like that in my real life, my reputation would be destroyed forever. And now you've told me my name will be ruined when this becomes public. I suppose I understand a little, but as an honorable and respectable citizen, you should pay your bills, even incognito, give me the money of the future, then you won't have to worry so much about blowing your cover. You're absolutely right, I agree. Good, then I won't be reporting this to the town guard. Okay, thank you. Doing no cause of fuss, I'll go straight to the fleet-footed fur and clear the matter in person. Thank you. Good day to you. Go. Well, good. We had to verify that he pays the bills or what? Let me save. As I was mentioning, I always tell you the metaphysical methodology of metaphysical realism, which as I always tell you, it implies accepting the existence of an objective reality of that metaphysical entities have an external existence from our mental perception. But I never give you the historical context, people, or I haven't done it up until now because, well, I also review the game itself and everything. The historical context is quite interesting. It's quite interesting. I told it the other day, I believe, while I was playing Drakensang with a follower from Greece. Well, talking about philosophers and etc. Did you know that the turning point of humanity, historians will say, will select different dates and everything. But the main idea, what I'm going to tell you, is basically the understanding how humanity defined the reality. And when you understand how different the modern definition of reality is than the one that we had up until recently for almost 1500 years, you'll be able to see a lot of things that may seem kind of like taken for granted nowadays. Let's go back to the other square. Basically, there was the dialectic discussion of humanity could be easily reduced to the fight. It wasn't a fight. To the discussion between two people who between two people who got, well, no, they one of them translated the old writings of a person called Aristotle. Aristotle is basically an old Greek philosopher who's basically the father of the dominant metaphysical reality, the realism, sorry, the dominant metaphysical realism that lasted basically since 300 BC to 1200 AD, basically. Basically, Greece, Rome, and half of the medieval, of the Middle Ages. Aristotle. In the 1200s, a person called Thomas Aquinas. He was with the Catholic Church, but it doesn't have to do with religion. His findings, for example, yes, he had a theological portion of it, but he also analyzed metaphysical reality, basically. For example, in schools, it should be mandatory to teach Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, and then Thomas Aquinas, and the other person that I'm going to mention, which is William of Ockham. I never give you the context. I always tell you kind of like how to efficiently analyze isolated metaphysical entities, but I never give you the historical context, which is important.
If you stay on our good side, we might have more work for you later.
Good, good, good. Payment. Here's your payment. There we go. Good. Ferdok Brewery, etc. Good, good. That's it. And we need to talk to the landlord of the other tavern. Basically, Thomas Aquinas translated all of Aristotle's work from lots of years ago, back in the 12th century. And he kind of like rescued metaphysical realism, the metaphysical realism of Aristotle and everything, and he combined that with his very, very strong Catholic ideals, basically. That's why Aristotle is the most unbiased out of all of them, because in that sense he wasn't either Protestant or Catholic. In that sense, Aristotle was before Christianity developed in ancient Rome. In that sense, that's it. I completed both of them, or what? Inform Grablebush. Off to the fleet-footed feral. It's this one, right? Yep. No? How about that Bill Dodger? There we go. And one and two hammer, best magnet ability. Good. Yeah. Good. Level 5. We'll beat that spider in no time. The thing is that today I don't have a lot of time, and I've already spent a whole hour trying to beat it, and 4 on yesterday. So, basically, Aristotle, and then 1,000 years later, roughly a bit more, 12th century, Thomas Aquinas and William of Ockham. The modern thinking, or all of the modern problems that you see nowadays that are related to ideas of people in general, you will be surprised to know this, are still the conflict between William of Ockham and Thomas Aquinas. William of Ockham is usually referred to as the first Protestant, but he before Protestantism was a thing. Then, of course, Luther exaggerated some aspects of the life of William of Ockham, especially how the Catholic Church judged him. He wasn't executed by the Catholic Church, but still. And basically, we're still locked in the confrontation mentally. Humanity is still locked between the confrontation of William of Ockham and Thomas Aquinas. We still have been unable to get through it. And you must be wondering, well, but if the confrontation started back then, there must have been a winner or something like that. No, you would be surprised to know how terrible how complex the confrontation is, because they analyze something called the problem of universals. The problem of universals. I generally don't talk about these things on stream because I generally limit myself to analyze the games. But I was thinking the other day that I always use methodologies related to these events without giving you the historical context, and it's quite important. So William of Ockham lived 60 years later after Thomas Aquinas. Thomas Aquinas was kind of like the very, very dominant in terms of how popular his writings were and how popular the Catholic Church was during Middle Ages, basically. The late Middle Ages, especially after the dark times of after the fall of the Roman Empire. So in this confrontation, basically, the problem of universals was that, and you'll be surprised to know how similar it is to Star Wars. That's why I love Star Wars. The problem of universals is basically, in very blunt words, is that Thomas Aquinas was convinced, just like Aristotle, that when, for example, a child learns how to behave like a human, with all of our traditions and etc., the child has seen kind of like the fabric of humanity as a universal concept, right? That exists in all of us at the same time universally. And William of Ockham believed that the child just noticed a pattern, but he noticed it in his mind, not as part of the properties of that universal essence. If you think about it, and then, as I always tell you, William of Ockham wasn't a relativist. This is a huge mistake. The interpretation of Luther's life of William of Ockham and the subsequent French extremism that ended up in the French Revolution caused another person called Immanuel Kant, that I was telling the other day, to develop something called relativism. But William of Ockham died way before relativism was a thing. William of Ockham was actually something that is called a nominalist. It's kind of like a moderate form of relativism because he still believed in metaphysical reality. That's why I always emphasize the exaggerated, I won't say incorrect because it's a valid interpretation, of Luther, of William of Ockham's theory that the child or anyone perceives that universal concept of humanity, the problem of universals, in his mind instead of existing metaphysically in a universal way. For example, he mentions, William of Ockham, that hey, I have to report back to the authorities or what here. Hang on a second. I know it's a very interesting story, but I need to also complete the thing. Take the order back the order form back. Laran has now got his form, and already he seems to be a little bit more open-minded. But form back to him. To who? Ah, right. I need to talk to him again. Another dialogue option. They're at the tavern. Could it be? Because Laran was the owner of the tavern. Or was it the other one? It was the other one, it was the other one, it was the other one. To Prayers Square. My bad. I know it's a very interesting story. Basically, the interpretation of Luther was not incorrect, but exaggerated in that sense. And basically, it gave birth to relativism. But William of Ockham didn't believe in a relativist reality. When I say relativism, is that our mind perceives a copy of reality rather than the original. Like a relativist will tell you that while I can see this mouse, I can touch it, I can smell it, I can hear sounds. What my mind perceives, it's a copy of the original reality, of the original metaphysical reality. That's relativism. It's the opposite of Thomas Aquinas, which, well, as I've said, as I've told you a million times, people, I'm an atheist, but in terms of metaphysics, metaphysical realism, I still believe is much more efficient because of several reasons. It's not a matter of um, mentioning. I think the arguments are much more solid. I think the arguments are much more solid. I think we perceive the original reality and not a copy of it in our brains. But basically, the idea is that William of Ockham wasn't a relativist. He was against Thomas Aquinas in the problem of universals, but he wasn't a relativist. He still accepted reality as the original version of it, not a copy in our brains. But the consequences of William of Ockham's thoughts, he kind of like opened the door, and I respect him a lot, and I think William of Ockham is brilliant, and definitely he is brilliant. But he opened the door unconsciously opened the door for real relativism, for the real version of relativism, not nominalism. As I said, that this is the confusion that most Catholics, for example, have when they blame William of Ockham. It is true that he opened the gate for relativism, but he wanted a much more moderate version of it, because he still believed in metaphysical reality, that our mind perceives the original version of reality. He was a nominalist, a very moderate nominalist. It was um, a very delicate stance that he had, because he severed the bond of metaphysical reality and our minds for a lot of people, for me in my case, but for most of humanity that you see nowadays, we have people who believe that the sum of our mental perceptions are metaphysical reality. If I call this a chair, it is a chair because of my mind. But that I always mention constantly to you while doing the analysis, that was done by another person, by a man called Immanuel Kant, several years later. In the zone, Immanuel Kant was a citizen of something called the Prussian Empire, basically the predecessor of Germany. But it was much more extended, of Germany, of Switzerland, of a lot of regions. In the small patch of land that is now called Kaliningrad, that is owned by Russia, it was the real name. It's Königsberg, and it was the capital and the divine origin of the Prussian Empire. It was kind of like their Rome back in the day. It was kind of like their Rome. Ah, it wasn't you, Tradan Brumor. What? And he kind of like finished severing that. I'm telling you that the key of the history of humanity. A lot of people understand the history of humanity from the side of wars or political conflicts, but defining reality is kind of like a step back, a step before that. Is kind of like much more important because it's the original reason. Because you can see, and this is the argument why I support metaphysical realism, even if I don't believe in that God exists. Because if you look at the period between the fall of the Roman Empire and the proliferation of metaphysical realism by Thomas Aquinas and the Anselm of Canterbury, precisely, or Saint Augustine, you can see that there's a continuous stability, like a second Pax Romana. The Pax Romana is a period of time in which the Roman Empire dominated basically most of Europe and Asia, and because of that, there were no wars. And right after William of Ockham designed nominalism, and it was incorrectly interpreted, exaggerated, on purpose, perhaps, by Luther, then that gave birth to metaphysical relativism by the hand of Immanuel Kant. In the territory that is now Kaliningrad and was originally Königsberg. So Immanuel Kant went a step further, and it's pretty much the ending. The ending and basically we're like that. We were left with the worst version of William of Ockham's theory. Like Wilhelm of Ockham was definitely a genius, but Immanuel Kant didn't get in contact with, he didn't directly confront Thomas Aquinas. That's the difference between Wilhelm of Ockham and Immanuel Kant. It was at a much later date. I think it was 1700s, and Wilhelm of Ockham was contemporary of Thomas Aquinas, 1200s. And you can see in those 500 years, in that period of time, and up until now, how volatile, how volatile the human mind has been. Because relativism is volatile in itself. It's volatile. It's a problem that in ancient Greece it was spotted. It was spotted, which is called the conundrum of skepticism. The conundrum of skepticism that is tied to the problem of universals. It's the reason why the problem of universals was solved by metaphysical realism, by Aristotle, like that, with defining metaphysical reality as so as an external entity from our mental perception. That's the fascinating thing about all this history. Let's continue with investigations at the harbor, because that was related to the ones report to Regent Dariana. That was in the Ducal District. I think we're done here. But is that I know this is part of the other one. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. We just have to kill the boss, and then investigations at the harbor. Let's get to the regent. Let's report back to the regent. That's it. It was in the Ducal District, if I remember correctly. So that's the conundrum of skepticism. Is basically the reason why the problem of universals was solved by metaphysical realism. But Wilhelm of Ockham, who went for a moderate solution that was exaggerated, then by Immanuel Kant, first by Luther and then Immanuel Kant, then Immanuel Kant is the absolute exaggeration. He went far beyond anything that Luther had done. It was after the French Revolution, of the extreme solution of the French Revolution against monarchies, and it was so extreme, the interpretation of Immanuel Kant, that basically completely severed the bond between reality and our minds. Most people that you see nowadays, the problem is that unconsciously have, most people on the street, most of us, and it's a natural evolution of the dominance of the relativism that Immanuel Kant created. They have their minds, most of the population around the world, regardless of where you may see them, they have their minds dissociated from the real version of reality, because precisely relativism indicates that our mind perceives a copy of reality, because it is impossible to reach objective certainty, which at the end of the day ends up in skepticism. It ends up in the original problem that the Greek philosophers tried and solved, and we've actually gone back to pre-Socratic, pre-Aristotelian thought. So we are right now mentally still locked in that conflict, for those of us who are aware of it, and for those who are unaware, are actually back in pre-Aristotelian thinking, because most people cannot define reality, and if you cannot define reality, you cannot define what's inside of it, the metaphysical entities inside of it. And that happens with game reviews, as I was mentioning. This is all tied even to game reviews. When a reviewer says, for example, I think you like this game, or I think, and emphasize on that, I think you like Titan Quest because you like Diablo, but I'm not giving you any logical, objective, metaphysical reason as to why that'll happen. See the difference between that and telling you because the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics has a similar degree of, because the gameplay system of the game has a similar degree of abstract complexity in its gameplay mechanics when compared to Diablo. See that there's an objective common ground between that and telling you that you like the game if you like the other one. See that it has a shared metaphysical reality between the two entities. The objective gameplay mechanics. The problem is that Immanuel Kant severed the perception of objective reality from most people's minds, and reconnecting that takes a lot of effort if you don't have someone to tell you precisely that. Most people, if you ask them on the street, and I am not underestimating anyone at all, because Immanuel Kant spread it, and it convinced most of the population for a reason. I think it is because it's less complex. Because one of the theories of William of Ockham, the famous Ockham's razor, was to simplify metaphysical realism because it was way too complex, and Immanuel Kant followed that to the letter. I think it was over there. I think it was over here, right? It was over here, and I would argue that simplicity always actually tries to conceal at the end of the day a lack of effort. This, yes, is a criticism to William of Ockham. At the end of the day, it tries to conceal a lack of effort in getting to the heights of Thomas Aquinas, in that case, to the complexity of Thomas Aquinas. I don't know if you read it, the Summa Theologica of Thomas Aquinas. He talks a lot about Catholic beliefs and God and those things, but he also talks about objective metaphysical realism. For example, I think it was over here. He talks, for example, he tried to explain the creation of the universe. I think it was this one. In the 1200s, most people would probably think that in the Middle Ages that wasn't a thing. Here we go, this one. But he tried to. And see how intelligent the theory is, because not even today one can say that it's completely false. Imagine. So many years later, 100 years later, we cannot say it. He said this. Of course, he then said that. Well, we'll see. He said that if we place a ball on a table, imagine a guy from the 1200s. If we place a ball on a table and we use our hand and we make it roll on the table, and it eventually falls and bounces and keeps moving the ball, and until it stops moving, he mentioned that there had to always be a previous cause for something to be in motion. This is previous to the discovery of modern physics. So imagine, see, it doesn't have to do with God. Of course, he then he traces it back, he says, well, but for the hand to move the ball, it needed to have electrical impulses from our brain, and for our brain to exist, we have to breathe oxygen, and for oxygen to exist, the oxygen needs to exist by a combination of particles, and those particles were generated by space events. In case you don't know, all of the minerals on Earth, on our planet in Earth, basically were in the stardust that was in the collision of the original meteors that formed the planet. So unlike that, he gets to the ultimate cause. Of course, for him, since he was a devout Christian, the ultimate cause, the immovable mover, he calls it, is God. But it doesn't matter. Replace like in my case, that I'm an atheist, or any of you who don't believe in God, replace the immovable mover with physics and see that it's the same. At the end of the day, modern physics are compatible with what he originally said, and it's absolutely incredible because he didn't have modern physics, and he designed he wrote the Summa Theologica in the 1200s. So it's absolutely incredible. That's why I always say that regardless of religion, the Summa Theologica, the metaphysical part of it, should be a mandatory read. The same goes for William of Ockham. So the person can have both stances. The nominalist stance that then caused Immanuel Kant to get into the relativism that we live in today, and the medieval stance, the Catholic stance of Thomas Aquinas and the Anselm of Canterbury and Saint Augustine, and because he translated all of Aristotle, and then of course Aristotle should be in primary school. Aristotle and Plato and Socrates should be in primary school, straight up. Regardless of I'm not a professional philosopher, but I had I had 10 subjects, fortunately, of philosophy during my law career, and they definitely are very important, because otherwise you're going to explain reality, and if you're going to explain reality, you're going to explain the metaphysical entities inside of it, if you're going to define it. So I managed to join the Storybar training company. Maybe I can learn something useful for them for a while. You have time and answer to a few things. I managed to. Very good. Continue making soon through the light. Let's see.
Please continue.
Any answer to a question? How did you get on with Ardo? No, I think we already asked all of those in the previous part. So you can see how important they are, because most people can nowadays trace relativism back to Immanuel Kant much more frequently. I've seen that they can at least do that. There's the few that can. I mean, the few that can, the philosophers and those. But they rarely trace it back to William of Ockham. In that sense, a very good book is Ideas Have Consequences, by an American author that I can't remember the name, but I remember the name of the book. Ideas Have Consequences. So basically, there you have it. That's the history of humanity, because from there you can derive everything. From there you can see that I can derive everything, pretty much. Why did the French Revolution happen? Well, because of political instability, because of this. Well, that might be the middle cause, but the original cause is that monarchy is the last monarchy in general, Norway, the United Kingdom, Denmark, is the last sign of metaphysical realism. See how interesting it is. While parliamentary republics are the effect of applying metaphysical relativism. The French Revolution, especially, is the most extreme case. That I'm sure William of Ockham would be terrified if he knew that he caused all of that in the end, because he severed the connection that I mentioned. It's quite fascinating that when you realize that the French Revolution is nothing but replacing God, or the authority of the monarch at the end of the day, because the monarch technically derives his authority from God. That's the difference. A monarch derives his authority from, he has divine authority. A prime minister, for example, has kind of like political authority. That's a huge difference in the system, in the creation of the system. So there you can see that there's a huge difference, because from there, the French Revolution was basically replacing God, read the monarch, with the bourgeois class, with the wealthy merchants of France. But then, see how the spiral of violence works, that then, those very same wealthy merchants were executed by the population. And then the population killed between themselves constantly, until Napoleon emerged. Which, at the end of the day, Napoleon replaced the original monarchy. He replaced the original monarchy in one of his desert campaigns when he conquered the Vatican City. He took the crown. It is a famous moment. He took the crown off the hands of the Pope, who was an authority back then. You needed the Pope to declare wars and etc. And he placed it on his head, kind of like it's a sign of the consequence of relativism. But relativism didn't end up in the original idea of Immanuel Kant, because if imagine this, it didn't end up in the original idea. It ended up in a substitution of the monarchy with a worse version, because Napoleon, the mustache man from Germany, they are kind of like worse versions than the original metaphysically realist monarchy at the end of the day, because they were much more tyrannical. As far as I can tell, the Kingdom of Denmark, the Kingdom of Norway, they didn't invade all of Europe. For example, that's just a random example. Just a random example. But among other things, their rights were much more restricted under Napoleon's regime, for example, or, well, let's not even talk about the mustache man from Germany, for example. And they are all consequences of Immanuel Kant. Of precisely, it's not a coincidence that the Prussian Empire was, for example, the predecessor of modern Germany, Switzerland, and those, pretty much, and Austria as well. Quite interesting. Actually, it played a big role in that sense. But yeah. So at the end of the day, without judging, the objective conclusion that I get is that metaphysical realism, by now that we believed for many more years, that humanity has survived for many more years, I see the pattern, like in the problem of universals, that as a whole is much more volatile. Relativism is much more volatile, because imagine, as I've said, it didn't end up in the original idea of Immanuel Kant. Because imagine if I told Napoleon, as a citizen, imagine I'm a French citizen, and I tell Napoleon, I think you are an idiot. Or the mustache man from Germany, I think you are an idiot. And I think you are wrong, and you have to respect my mental perception, relativism. Reality is dissociated from my copy in my mind of my mental perception, because my senses are useless in that, pretty much, according to Immanuel Kant. Imagine I tell that to Napoleon. What would be his reaction? Or to the mustache man from Germany? Imagine, what would be the reaction? I would be beheaded, straight up. I would be killed immediately. Any of us, if we were citizens back then. So when people criticize the monarchy, for example, it doesn't need to be Great Britain. That the same goes for Denmark, for Norway, for Spain, still retains the monarchy. For example, there's something called cognitive dissonance nowadays. The ultimate consequence, superficial at this point, because all of that I told you, it's far more severe than I'm going to tell you. Relativism causes something called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. Not being able to mentally understand the consequences of what you are proposing. What happened to Immanuel Kant? I don't know if to Immanuel Kant, to Wilhelm of Ockham, I'm sure of it. Not understanding the consequences of what you propose. When I say modernly, present day, that my opinion has the same metaphysical value as other person who has another opinion that is clearly deduced from metaphysical reality, that his mental perception is closer in its description to metaphysical reality, what I am doing is having cognitive dissonance. Not understanding the consequences of proposing that my mental perception has the same metaphysical value as the expert's mental perception. And telling him, no, but my opinion has the same value as yours. When I do that, without having the logical knowledge to back it up, I am causing cognitive dissonance. And it has one interesting feature. It spreads rapidly. Rapidly. Like this. Cognitive dissonance. Because the second someone can say that, the rest can do the same. And then it becomes a mass of cognitive dissonance in which people don't understand the consequences of what they propose. When I propose that the lowest common denominator, a person who, for whatever reason, is unable to discern objective metaphysical reality, that person has the same value in his preaching as an expert on that field or whatever, I am distorting metaphysical reality and our perception of it. I'm distorting it right away. What Thomas Aquinas mentioned. Precisely. So, and another consequence of that is treating religious people like idiots, regardless of if they are Protestant or Catholic. It doesn't matter. William of Ockham was the first Protestant before Luther, and Thomas Aquinas was kind of like the epitome of Catholicism. And they were both brilliant minds, and I'm an atheist. And I don't believe God exists and that he's the immovable mover, the ultimate cause of humanity. I think the ultimate cause for the existence of the universe. I think that that we should call it, I don't know, black holes. We still as a species don't have the knowledge to get to that. Black holes, multiverse, whatever, the Big Bang, whatever. I think more effort should be put to find a much more physical cause, a much more tangible cause. In that sense, that's the reason. But that doesn't make me disrespect the insane amount of knowledge that both Protestantism and Catholicism brought to the West. So yeah, people. Oh, it's been a while today. Sorry, I cannot stream a lot because tomorrow is my birthday. That's why we are not going to stream a lot. We'll leave it here. I couldn't kill the rat. That is sad. I couldn't kill the rat at the end of the day. But, well, we could complete a lot of quests. And that extra experience that we got, I am sure it will be of great use once we try to kill the rat next time. But, well, as I completed all of the quests and grabbed some experience, I tried to kill it 1 hour, 1 whole hour, half of this stream. The rat at the end of the day. Today I won't stream a lot. Tomorrow is my birthday, so no. And we will continue on Tuesday, and I'll try to kill the rat. Maybe we'll do some more side quests, and then we have to continue with Spellforce. Well, I pretty much gave you this as I completed the quests, since I had to spend some time doing that anyways. I gave you kind of like the key of the history of humanity, pretty much. Like from that you can derive everything. Everything in life is derived from that severing the connection between real perceived metaphysical reality and that supposed copy that Immanuel Kant stated that it has. Oh well, I am sure Wilhelm of Ockham wouldn't have approved of Immanuel Kant's teachings, but it was way too late by then. Luther had exaggerated his life, and besides, the French Revolution was happening and everything. But always remember this, how Napoleon is kind of like a worse version of the original monarchy that it was meant to replace, to change everything. See that at the end of the day, relativism never achieved that idyllic situation in which all of our mental perceptions are equal, because at the end of the day, sadly, it's a fallacy, because it's not the same. You cannot assign the same metaphysical entity the same metaphysical value to one mental perception when compared to another. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope my metaphysics talk wasn't that brutal. I hope it wasn't that brutal for you. But it is all important, because when analyzing games, at the end of the day, I'm giving you logical reasons as to why, for example, objectively, on average, the abstract complexity of the classic RPG genre is higher than the isometric action RPG genre in that department, for example, or that the dialogue system is more complex because it's non-existent in the isometric action RPG genre, for example, in Diablo or Titan Quest, when compared to Drakensang or Icewind Dale or Baldur's Gate. But well, at the end of the day, you'll have 99% of the rest of humanity right now. No, 99, maybe 80% of the rest of humanity having a relativist stance when analyzing games and everything. The rest of the reviewers, and well, there has to be at least one crazy hermit, let's say, um, one crazy thinker at least. I'm not the only one, but that supports metaphysical realism and deriving objective conclusions and accepting that there can be objective conclusions and that we perceive the original version of reality. Out of all of us, there has to be at least one or two. One or two. There are a lot of philosophical thinkers, but in that sense, related to video games, we could safely say that I'm the only one. But well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. See you all next time. I wish I could spend more time with you today, and I wish we could have killed that boss. I used all of my resources, but clearly I had to be of a higher level. On Tuesday, we'll get to the Moor Marsh or something like that. There's a forest that I can have access to now that we completed a lot of quests. I'll continuously save. I'll continuously save to ensure that no quests get closed, and we will get extra experience, and we will beat that rat boss next time. Hope you enjoyed my crazy metaphysical history of humanity today, and hopefully I gave you the historical context of what I of the metaphysical methodology that I always used to analyze the games. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. See you all on Tuesday, and thanks to the 57th YouTube subscriber from the bottom of my heart. Your subscription was anonymous, so I cannot display your name, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. We'll continue on Tuesday with Drakensang, and we will continue on Thursday with Spellforce. I have to update to upgrade my AC because we're getting into the summer here, so I have lots of things to do. That's why this week we won't stream tomorrow. And bye bye. Hope you have a great weekend and that you enjoy my metaphysical analysis of video games. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Special thanks to the 9 Discord members, to the 31 followers here over at Twitch, and to the 57 now subscribers over at YouTube. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. See you all next time.